Hey, Freedom Friends. Okay, we had an experience recently where within our Freedom community, someone fell, got injured, and everyone seemed to be in agreement to take our friend to either emergency room or urgent care or something like that. That was like everybody's instant reaction. Me, I feel very, very differently. I am glad that I heard later that someone suggested arnica for pain for the person. I wanted to give some resources to people because to me, to have an instant reaction that we need to suddenly trust Big Pharma, I wanted to bring up that Big Pharma has programmed everyone in the schools, on the TV advertising, everyone, to always go to them. No matter what is wrong, that should be our reaction, and they have successfully programmed everyone to react that, well, we have to do that, and there's, these special doctors, and they can do x-rays, and they can do all this stuff. And we seem to be forgetting that God created perfect bodies. Did everyone really, really completely, I don't know if you guys believe in God or if you don't, but whoever created us has created these magnificent bodies that have the ability to heal themselves if we treat them the way they're supposed to be treated. So I wanted to give some resources, and these are incredibly inspiring people who have been teaching healing and health for many, many years. And Big Pharma hates people like this, absolutely hates them. They'll censor them if they say too much truth now. But here's a sampling, and I'll try to move this a little bit. We've got Dr. Gabriel Cousins. He is incredible. He's been working with healing people for years, doing detox. He has had facilities and retreats and all these places where people come. Basically, I think probably everyone here or every place here are places that people, if they have cancer, anything terminal, these are the people you want to learn from. If you're dying, if you're getting cancer, if you're getting all these BS pharma-created diseases, this is where you go to learn about health and healing. So we have got Lauren Lockman he has a water fasting place in Costa Rica, and he did a wonderful video recently where he covers the whole Big Pharma thing and also the jabs. He was interviewed, and that was incredible. And then we have got Dr. Brian Clement. He does the Hippocrates Health Institute in West Palm Beach, Florida, and you can find YouTubes of him. Karen Calabrese, she's 75 years old. Her mom and grandmother both died at young ages, and she decided to change her diet, and she's 75 and keeps up with dancing classes with 20-year-olds. Dan McDonald, he's only in his 40s, or he's coming close to 48 or 49. Incredible. Free YouTube's videos that he teaches. John Rose, absolutely incredible, another raw vegan, mind-blowing people that teach everything for free on YouTube and get you to think and get you away from Big Pharma's programming and indoctrination of all the poisons they want us to do. True North Health Center in Santa Rosa, also incredible. They do water fasting and other things, and of course every one of these places promotes vegan. It's just how they promote it, whether it's raw vegan, a lot of sprouts. Some people believe in a lot of the wheatgrass. Some people believe in more of a fruit-centered diet. Some people believe in a little bit of cooked but low fat. So it's a variety. And then we've got Optimum Health Institute in San Diego and Austin, Texas. Now, the bad things about Optimum Health right now is they've been following all the BS and claiming that people would have to wear masks. I'm not sure if True North is doing the same thing, possibly. So they might have been doing a little bit of the BS, but in general, they have been helping people heal from cancers. And then, of course, Dr. Will Tuttle has been speaking out on veganism, healthy diet, and he's been in several documentaries, and he's at theworldpeacediet.com. Again, the main people that you can learn a lot from about healing: Dr. Gabriel Cousens. I think he's an MD, he's a rabbi. I think he might also be a PhD, and he has basically got just about every degree anybody could ever want. That's Dr. Gabriel Cousens. He now recently moved to Israel, and I can guarantee you he has not gotten a poke. I don't know what to say, so that hopefully this won't be removed from YouTube. And then Lauren Lockman did a great YouTube interview recently. Actually, I sent it to just to several of you, Lauren Lockman's interview. And so in general, I hope you're able to see this, but this is where you get health and healing. And then I just made just a little bit of info of just a few of my experiences. I have had so many in life. Now keep in mind, I worked for a major teaching hospital many years ago for 5 years. I was a medical secretary and in a variety of departments in pathology and cardiology and respiratory therapy. And I basically got to see all the BS, and it's all BS. Fortunately, I had the courage and learned from amazing people into holistic things, and I had the desire to learn. So some of my experiences were, I had a shoulder injury. I think it was about 12 years ago. I got in a yoga class. I was in such excruciating pain. I couldn't drive. I couldn't dress myself. I had to have a friend come over and help me. We get to the doctor, and the doctor tells me rotator cuff surgery and 4 months of physical therapy. Well, I had been learning and studying from all of these raw food vegans for quite a while, but I still was struggling with my sugar addiction. So I'd be having my juices and healthy vegan food, but then I would be having my donuts and my cakes that had refined sugar and all of that. So when I'm in enough pain, that's usually when I'm willing to make a change. And I'm terrified of standard medicine. I don't trust them. I think they're all Nazis. I've thought that for years. So I had the courage to get off the sugar. Once I got off the sugar and I just continued with the juices that I had already prepared and the healthy foods, in 3 days, my pain was completely gone. And within a month, I had full range of motion, of which right now I have to work on that, of touching my fingers to each other back and forth. I had another experience going to Optimum Health Institute in San Diego. I wanted to learn more, and it was a whole wheatgrass cleansing, heavy-duty detox where you go through all kinds of horrific symptoms, because when you're detoxing, you should be feeling horrible because you are pulling out all the crap out of your body that we have put into our bodies for years, because that's what's promoted on TV by Big Pharma and all of these junk food companies that are all connected. So after 2 days of detox, I went through nights of absolutely drenched with sweat and then freezing, shaking cold. And on the third morning, I woke up able to read for the first time in about 20 years without putting my glasses on. And that was my experience teaching me of, oh, I guess this is what I should be putting in my body. And I admit I've not stuck with it. I do it from time to time, but I'm drastically improved compared to what I used to do with my body. And then one more example of an experience, but I have had many experiences in my life because I always experiment with my own body. I had a dog bite. It was a complete accident, a senior dog that grabbed a chicken bone, and I put my hand in her mouth, and she was not trying to bite me, but she accidentally bit down. And what happened was, and I screamed, I was in a lot of pain, and I was watching this hole going deep into my finger, and I was becoming terrified. But I had been, by this time, I had learned from all these raw food vegans. I'd been off the sugar. I'd been doing my juicing and my smoothies and everything super healthy. And I sat there in complete shock. as I watched this hole go deeper and deeper in my finger, and then suddenly it was healing itself. The hole just started completely disappearing, and I was like, it was like I didn't even notice the pain anymore because I was in such shock. It was like everything that I had been taught, I had this opportunity to have an experience again, to see when we are giving our body what it needs, it will heal on its own. To me, this is God's creation. God created us absolutely perfectly. The only thing he or she really messed up on was creating these psychopaths. So that I cannot explain, but each one of our bodies, if we stop poisoning them, they will heal on their own from injuries, from all kinds of things, and we have to have the courage to take the chance. I love when there are things that we can use for pain. I think that's great. That will help us heal also. Even deep breathing has helped me deal with pain and help ease pain. Deep breathing, quietly walking, like a meditative walk. Anyway, I've had so many experiences with different healing things. So I guess I just want to invite to everyone, if you can consider for emergencies for the future, try to visualize, like all of these people are considering moving off grid. Well, what do? There's no hospitals, there's no doctors. What do you do? There's another person I realized I forgot to mention, Marcus Rothkranz. I think it's Markus Rothkranz, and he wrote probably a few books, but one of them is where it's everything in nature, and they talk about even like juicing weeds and things like that. Everything that's in nature that we can use for healing. Of course, if it hasn't been sprayed by all these big pharma Monsanto corporations, but everything in nature is there, and that's what we have to search for. We need to change our reactions and stop trusting big pharma. Every time we're putting on the very fact that big pharma would tell us we need to cut off our oxygen or shove some toxic stick up our nose at the threat of giving us an infection or put poisons in our arm and be requiring that, they're not people that want to help us heal and get well. They're people that are trying to kill us. This is the medical mafia. They have been murdering people for years, and recently it's become very intense. And if we don't start coming up with solutions to have different reactions in how we can heal our own bodies, when they get to one of their next phases of mask mandate and, vaccines required and all that, and if you're going to them, they can do the whole euthanasia thing on you, because that's what they did before in the hospitals. They got away with it. They've been murdering tons and tons of people now. We can't even keep up with all their murders. And that's like standard. Okay, remdesivir, ventilator, DNR, and there they go. They kill a bunch of people. And if we don't want to be in that situation, we have to learn and practice and study and practice our reactions in an emergency. Have things prepared. What do we do in an emergency? What do we have for pain? Deep breathing. Do we have maybe, whether it's a gurney, something flat that we can lift someone with, that we can help them with? What can we do? Anyway, so thank you for listening to this. I hope you guys are open. Please don't ever take me to one of those Nazi concentration camps that are called hospitals. I have no desire to go there. So I think I've told everybody what I want. Either you can help me heal naturally or something else, but don't take me to one of those medical mafia murdering centers. Okay, thank you.